The only real power we possess is the ability to move matter around physically. We are matter that moves matter. If all power is the ability to move matter, then the ultimate power is matter that has been constructed into a form capable of moving and shaping matter itself. Work, the ability to move or change matter in some way, is a definition of energy, and applying a force to cause displacement is a definition of work. All human actions, from lifting a finger to building a skyscraper, fundamentally involve the transfer and transformation of energy to rearrange matter. While our conscious experience involves much more than physical manipulation, the physical manifestation of our will in the external world ultimately relies on using the body's stored chemical energy to exert forces that move matter. For example, muscle contractions, moving our limbs, the essence of what it means to act or have power in reality. The tools biology gives you to manipulate the world are primitive. 2 hands, 5 fingers, each built for grabbing, poking, fumbling at objects within arm's reach. You can only affect what you can physically touch, and even then only within the narrow limits of your own strength, dexterity, and endurance. You can't move mountains. You can't shape the world beyond your immediate scale. The machinery you were born with is small, fragile, and underpowered compared to the scale of the environment it's trapped in. It's an existence built on mismatch, a vast gap between what each individual is capable of and what the environment demands to achieve anything meaningful. The world requires more precision, more energy, more control than the biological machine can ever deliver. Every task is a struggle against the constraints of weak flesh, limited reach, and constant exhaustion. Everything that happens in the universe, every change, event, or motion, is just matter interacting through energy and forces. Typing on the keyboard gives electrical impulses in your brain cause muscle fibers to contract. Applying force to keys gives electrons move through circuits. Speaking gives air is compressed and moved by muscles. Vibrating your vocal cords gives sound waves vibrating molecules of air. We have developed the ability to communicate with anyone we may know anywhere around the globe with tech instantly before we had to be in short distance to speak to each other or write a letter which could take weeks to reach someone. Building a city gives coordinated energy expenditure of thousands of people and machines rearranging tons of matter. Agriculture moves matter, soil, seeds, nutrients. The entire drama of human agency is the creation of complex, temporary, and fragile patterns in matter before they inevitably succumb to the universe's ceaseless push toward disorder. Industry refines and reshapes it, or gives metal, gives machine. Technology manipulates it on smaller and smaller scales, transistors, circuits, data. It also reveals the limits of that power. We cannot create energy or matter, only move it around, transform it, and dissipate it. Even our minds, our art, and our technologies are temporary arrangements of matter that will eventually decay back into entropy. Arrange matter cleverly enough that the arrangement itself becomes a template for future arrangements. All human agency reduces to the manipulation of matter through energy, a fragile, fleeting ripple in the thermodynamic sea. Every thought, every empire, every poem is a temporary loan of order from a universe that charges interest in entropy. But within that constraint lies the entire drama of agency. But the bill always comes due. Every skyscraper rusts. Every hard drive fails. Every culture forgets. The patterns we etch into matter are negentropic bubbles, local, fragile, and doomed. Information is perhaps the most peculiar form of moving matter around. While the physical substrate is fragile and temporary, the pattern itself can propagate and replicate, scale exponentially, and outlive its original substrate. For example, knowledge transferred from writing to printing to the internet. This is where human agency finds its most lasting, albeit still fragile, form of persistence. Write a book gives ink patterns on paper or magnetic domains on a disk. Teach someone gives you literally restructuring neural connections in their brain. Create art gives you arranging matter in ways that will cause other brains to reorganize themselves in response. Human meaning-making may be just patterns in matter, but some patterns are more interesting than others. So while we're trapped in this thermodynamic prison, the patterns we create can propagate and replicate ideas, culture, knowledge, These patterns have a strange kind of persistence that transcends individual instances. Information seems different. It can jump substrates in a way physical artifacts cannot. The pattern of Shakespeare's ideas has migrated from neurons, gives manuscript, gives printing press, gives digital bits, gives potentially future AI training data. Information offers a strange kind of persistence. It, too, requires matter as a medium, ink, neurons, magnetic fields, but the pattern itself can leap from one substrate to another. A book carries an author's mind across time. Each reader who learns from it becomes a new arrangement of matter that carries the same pattern forward. Thought becomes transferable, culture transmissible. Information, then, is matter's way of remembering its own configurations. Unlike stone or steel, information persists by replication. It allows matter to remember its own configurations. Information patterns ideas, knowledge, culture gives substrate independent, can propagate exponentially. Tool making and using represents the most direct and exponential amplification of humanity's fundamental power, the ability to move matter. A tool is a physical mechanism, a temporary, specialized arrangement of matter designed to precisely channel and magnify the energy of the human body, allowing us to exert forces far exceeding our natural capacity. From the earliest chipped stone that granted a new ability to divide matter, to the complex machinery of modern industry that refines and reshapes tons of material, tools are literally the extension of our agency. They enable the coordination of energy on a massive scale, allowing us to rapidly construct complex patterns, such as skyscrapers and digital infrastructure, and thereby establish a cumulative, self-accelerating technological culture that continually enhances our mastery over the physical world. We are using tools to build tools that build tools. We have created tools and machines that can move their own matter, cars, cranes, ships, drones, yet even these require human initiation and control. A car can move at incredible speed. Our inventions multiply our reach, but only when a human applies pressure to the accelerator, turns the wheel, and decides when to brake. True autonomy, in this sense, does not yet exist. Every mechanism that moves still requires a spark from a conscious being, the flick of a switch, the command of a program. Humanity has built matter that moves itself and other matter around, but not matter that wills itself. If agency is matter manipulation, and matter manipulation is temporary, what matters?